Hey everybody, today I'm going to be doing a real talk related to college. So, yeah, I guess it's a real talk. I guess I could, name it that. But, yes, so in this video, I'm going to be talking all about orientation and registration. So, for my school, we call it SOAR. I don't know if that's across the board, but it's Student Orientation and Registration, SOAR. But yes, I went about maybe like 3 weeks ago, so it was kind of a while ago, and I know that it's kind of a weird time to be putting up this video because I know some people have already done it, but I know a lot of people who have not gone to registration and orientation yet. So this is for all of you incoming freshmen for college, just like myself, and yeah, hopefully this will give you some good tips and kind of what to expect. So my orientation was, oh gosh, when was it? June 11th and 12th, or 12th and 13th, something like that, but it was before I even graduated high school, so it was kind of weird. But I'm pretty sure it's like this for all colleges, at least in the United States or in my region, but it is an overnight thing. So you have to pack a little bag, you get a dorm, and for me it was like suite style. So in a suite, it's like you kind of had like suite mates, roommates, but you have an individual bedroom to yourself. And it was actually kind of terrifying because when I walked in and saw what I was going to be working with for that night, I was like, oh god, I don't know if I can do this, but whatever, because that is basically what my room situation is. I'm in a suite with someone else, so I have a room, and then she has a room, we have a bathroom and a living area, but so that's kind of, I think, what you should expect. I don't think they would put total strangers in like a room together, but yeah, so it is an overnight thing, so it kind of gets you adjusted and kind of it allows you to have a sort of college experience before you go to college. So that's kind of nice. It is scary and it really pushes you into it because you're not with your family at all if your parents come. My parents both went for one of the days and then my dad went the second day, but some people did not have their parents, so that is an option for you. If you know that you're going to be independent to begin with, I would say go by yourself. Because, well, for one, I don't think the parent stuff was that necessary, but I found it comforting knowing that my parents were there and that I'd be able to meet up with them for some time. But yes, so for me, and I believe most people, you're broken up into majors. So you have to declare a major or, you know, you could be undecided, whatever, but they kind of group you based on major because you're going to be hearing different things based on what your major is, obviously. For me, it's education, so we went into an education building and, you know, we obviously had counselors, or I guess advisors, that were the education advisors, but so obviously they have to break you up so that you get the right advising, whatever. But it was a pretty large group of us all together. My group of education was the smallest. There were 7 or 8 of us, so it was a very, very small group, and I was able to kind of bond or talk to one of the girls, and I would definitely suggest that. Don't be by yourself. It's going to be awkward. You guys know me. I'm always, you know, the lone one, being by myself, but I think it's essential to kind of, I don't want to say latch on because that sounds bad, but kind of become close or talk to someone so that you're not alone. And I think although you'll probably feel clingy, they'll be grateful that you're there because, you know, they're in the same situation as you. They were thrown into this, no knowledge of what's going to happen or who's going to be there. Go in there kind of almost seeking friends. I wish I would have gotten the number of the girl that I was talking to or a few of the other people because, like I said, they're in my same major, so they're going to be taking the same classes as me. We're probably going to be in class together, so we'll see each other. And I think that's nice to kind of have a pre-existing relationship or at least acknowledgement of someone so that when you go into class, if they're in there, you're like, okay, at least I know one person. But yeah, so definitely recommend being like friendly and open and nice and just kind of open to the experience and what's going to happen. So then there's the part about the kind of counselors. We had OCs, which was, I could not tell you what it stood for. Orientation counselor, maybe? Probably that would make sense. But yes, so they put a counselor with you, or kind of like a leader. They're a student and they should be with your major. I think ours had a minor in education somewhere. So yeah, but I would highly, highly, highly suggest you to ask them questions. They know what's going on. Most of the time, they're probably going to be upperclassmen. I know there were a few sophomores because they all introduced themselves at the beginning, but the girl who was our OC was a senior, or was going to be a senior. So ask them a lot of questions. They know everything, you know, they know the kind of tips and tricks and hidden secrets, and it's fun to kind of bond with them and ask them secrets because they are like a kind of big brother or sister that can give you a ton of kind of insider advice and true advice. You know, it's not like you're going online and hearing something that, you know, a writer from some random magazine wrote who isn't even in college, you know. So it's someone who's going through it currently, has been through it, and has a lot of amazing and useful advice. And don't be scared of them. You know, they know you're going to be a little bit awkward, so, you know, they're kind of trained for this. I mean, they go through a lot of kind of training and programs and stuff to be able to kind of counsel everybody. But yeah, I think that it was a great experience, the kind of orientation part of it. I'll get to registration in a second, but orientation was good. They go over absolutely everything. It will be boring. I promise you, it will be boring. So, you know, just be wary of that. But it is useful information. They go over safety, kind of like housing, parking, eating, really everything that you need to know. But for things that they don't go over, like little details, ask your kind of advisor person because they will definitely know. And as for what to wear, I made a mental note to tell you guys this, or you girls this. Wear, for one, good shoes that you're going to be able to walk around in, because it's a lot of walking around campus, depending on how big your campus is, obviously. My campus, it's pretty big, but if you have a small campus, you know, whatever. But yeah, wear good shoes. And also, wear something that's kind of in between cold and warm. Obviously, orientation is during the summer, so it's going to be pretty hot outside, but inside I was freezing, and I had on jeans and a like sleeveless top. So I was freezing in jeans, so I would just be wary, you know, you're going to be inside in air conditioning, so just think about that. Now on to registration. That is an interesting process because you go in probably on a computer. I know some schools are different because I heard people say that they kind of pre-registered online before orientation, but for me, we registered at orientation. And it was really nice because we had our advisors walking around, our kind of counselor person, student, and they really helped because it is a kind of confusing process because you have like certain classes that you need and they're numbered weird and you have to find one, and then once you know, get the classes that you actually want, then you have to find a time. And it's not like school where you say, okay, I need this class, this class, this class, and the computer blocks it out for you in high school. No, you have to do it all by yourself, and you really need to be thinking, when am I going to want to take classes? Yeah, you can jam your schedule up and have 4 classes in a day, and you know, you might have 2-3 days off, but you'll want to die by the end of the week. So I would definitely not suggest like blocking your schedule, and hopefully they'll tell you that at orientation. I know our advisors did. This sounds so corny, but you really need to know yourself before you do registration, because you need to know, am I going to be motivated enough to get up for a 9:30 class? For me, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, I can do early classes, but I didn't want to go as early as 8, because an 8 or 8:30 class, yeah, it sounds great, but when you have to wake up at 7:45 or 8 o'clock, like, no, that's not a good idea. But also, you know, are you going to be working? Personally, for me, I'll probably work second semester because there's a ton of jobs on campus, which is another thing to look into. Campus jobs are phenomenal. look into it, ask questions about that, because it's the best way to go, I promise you. Even though I haven't done it, they're amazing opportunities. But, you know, are you going to be working on certain days? Are you not going to be wanting to stay up late? Are you going to, you know, not want to go to bed? Or what am I saying? Yeah, are you not going to want to wake up early, stay up late, you know, studying or going to class, you know, night classes? Are you going to have to go home a certain time? You know, do you want days off? Do you want kind of a more easygoing, you know, easy flowing week, but have classes every week or every day? So, you know, you really just need to think about what you want and how dedicated you're going to be to your schedule, because, you know, it's really bad when you skip classes, and they should tell you that at orientation, how, like, you know, for every class that you skip, your GPA drops and all that stuff. So yes, but overall, like, once you get the hang of it, it becomes easier, and you can always go home and change it. That's what I did. I went home and kind of changed some classes because I realized they weren't what I thought they were, and changed times and stuff like that. So yes, but overall, I think it's an amazing experience. It really lets you kind of get to feel out what like your college life is going to be like, and it's a lot of information. It's great information, though. It's very useful. So I would say, you know, don't be nervous, because I was petrified. I was so nervous, and it was no big deal. They guide you through every single thing. There's no question about anything. They say, be here, or we'll pick you up here. It's very simple. But yeah, just enjoy it, because that's going to be your future home, and it's serious, and yeah, I think it's serious and fun at the same time. But yeah, so I hope this was useful to someone. I know it was very rambly and I was kind of all over the place, but I didn't really plan this. I kind of just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys. So yeah, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below. I would love to do more college videos. I will have a haul up soon. I'm going to put it on this channel because it, you know, pertains to my college stuff. But yeah, I hope you all are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.